all of these blockchain consensus protocols that are listed here really have their pluses and minuses. Of course, the most famous being the proof of work, where your GPU, or back in the day your CPU, or your ASIC miner would be directed to a mining pool in SHA-256 or whatever algorithm you're using to mine Bitcoin. And in so doing, you get block rewards for solving the mathematical formula and keeping the blockchain secure so that someone can't do an attack, and there's incentive to keep everyone honest with the ledgers that are matching one another. But in recent years, you've seen a lot more different types of systems come up, and the consensus protocols have been modified. So the proof of stake, this would be inclusive of the master nodes that Dash is the largest of, where you're staking your coin, and in exchange for locking your coin up, you do get a reward that's based on the number of master nodes or the amount of coins that are staked. And that's interesting in the sense that the biggest concern that I hear from people about this consensus protocols is, well, we don't want the whales controlling the coin. Well, in every one of the consensus protocols, the whales have the influence to be able to do that. Proof of work, they could put aside coins to buy the hashing power, because that's pretty well commoditized at this point, and get even more blocks. So with proof of stake, at least they're saying I have these coins and they're locked in for a period of time, whether it be a few days or a month or two, and they're getting the rewards for investing and keeping the stability of the coin going, because you don't want a frothy coin because it could drop, or it could go up, but a lot of times you want some stability to the coin, because some of these coin market caps can be astronomical, and just as much you could see exchange volume going haywire from one day to the next. So people want stability to know that the crypto they have will be there tomorrow. And you also have to keep in mind, with all of these, the same theories of economics apply of inflation, right? So if you get a bunch more and you're getting like 1,000% ROI from a masternode, those coins are likely going to be liquidated to pay for either more masternodes or pay for the resources that it took to mine those. If it's a multi-algorithm or multi-way that you actually get the blocks, some coins will have you get some from proof of stake, and you get some from the mining itself, like Dash. So you have that. And then some of the other lesser known ones, like Proof-of-Delegated Stake, the biggest one of that being Steam, where you elect like senators and they have VPSs that they dedicate to making sure that the blocks go through and are honest. And it's very difficult for someone to go in there and dishonestly manipulate things unless they had a ton of Steam or Steam-backed dollars or something that could help them control the voting system. And that's extremely expensive to do, and the reward, if you had that much in the crypto, would be low in terms of devaluing yourself. So that's an interesting protocol that's being used with a few platforms that I've seen. And then the one that's kind of intriguing is the proof of capacity. Mostly that's with Burstcoin, and that's where you rent your hardware power to, well, in this case, you use your hard drive, and it would plot your hard drive for however many amounts of gigs or what have you to be used anonymously on the blockchain, and you'll get rewards for doing that. And then there's all sorts of variations. They have cute names like proof of hashing and proof of using the platform itself. People are trying to encourage the use of their platforms and get their use case going. So in terms of fairness, there's really no 100% fair consensus mechanism, but there are different ways to get to that point. So if you have influence over a coin, then you're going to have influence no matter what consensus algorithm is used. So something to consider.